Hello. Sorry I was late. I realized that I had something in my teeth, and since I know that some of you like watch me on a television instead of just your phone, I was like, oh, I should get that out. Hello. We are here for another public live stream. These things always get a little bit rowdy and last a little bit long, but I absolutely love it. I am so ready for jokes and chitter chatter and unhinged realities. Whatever we want to talk about. Hello, Ray. Good to see you. Let's see here. Let me switch my chat here and make it a little bit bigger so I'm not squinting like Mr. Magoo. Oh, and I should probably turn off my phone alarm because that could get annoying. Except I just forgot my password. Okay, now I'm in, turning it off. Okay. Oh, for some reason, the Zoomy Zoom's not working here. Oh, hello, Doug. Doug is on his way home from work, and I guess he's checking in while he's driving, which makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm not the boss of him. So, yes. Melissa Schlanger, hello. Thank you. I love it when people call me queen. Thank you so much, Melissa. Invincible Summer, hello, Sheila. Hugs to everyone. Hello, Rain. Joni, hello. Pommy Girl. Adrian, oh my goodness, things are just starting to shape up. We are going to have a crazy live, I think. Posie, Daddy's home. Daddy's home. I really do need to paint this wall behind me black because I do have little hairs right there. See, they're right there, little hairs. Maybe I need more light. Simply fundamental. I've been watching your videos lately. I am finding them really interesting because I'm not like the best with finance. So wait, if you subscribe to someone, you can click on the little. Sorry, I'm turning on a light. That is better. You can click on the little bell and make it black, and then that means that you'll get an alert when a new video is posted. So I've been watching them lately. Not the whole thing, but I basically watch videos like at double speed and then just slow it down when there's something that I really want to hear. I wonder how many people that's how they watch videos. And that's what I tell myself that's what people do when they watch my videos, because like, let's say I have a 10-minute video and then my average view time is 5 minutes. I say, oh, that's because everyone's watching it at double speed. That's why. Melissa, thank you so much about Posie. She knows she's adorable. This definitely should just be called the Posie Show. But yeah, every day she could be like completely out like a log, snoring, and I could just go, Daddy's home, and she just jets. She doesn't even open her eyes, and she's already off the chair. So now she's sitting right here at the door of my office because it's in between where Doug and I are standing. Let's see. Creatively, Lisa Marie. Hello. I don't know how to say Jester. I'll just call you Jay. Hi there, Miss Sheila. My friend and I randomly stumbled upon your videos and it resonated with us. I love hearing that. I love thinking of the algorithm as some kind of, I don't know. Hi, honey. Hello. Some kind of like eye in the sky universe thing, and it just kind of knows what people need when they need it, and it just gets it to them, and that always makes me so happy to hear. Good morning, Sim. Good morning. What time is it there, Sim? God, you think I would know this by now. I ask you this all the freaking time. It's because I forget. Let's see. Melissa says that her dog sings along to certain songs. Tim says almost 37,000 followers. Yes, almost. I am actually, let's see how many people we have in here. I'll wait to say that. But yes, I'm super excited about the growth. I just love that there are so many people that have this common thread that we kind of all share. And it's not just age, because the younger audience has now surpassed my older audience. So it's just this thread of people who are just kind of done with bullshit. I guess we'll call it the bullshit thread. I don't know. But it's just so cool because we could all get together and chitty chat about stuff and we all know what each other's feeling. It feels very copacetic. I can't believe I just used that word in a sentence. Let's see. Sage and funny commentary. Oh, sage. I love it. Thank you. Now that's another word I've got to tell Doug, because people sometimes in the comments will say things like, you're the prophet of our time. So I'll go tell Doug, I'm a prophet. Doug's my husband, by the way. I'm sure he'll be on the live stream in just a few minutes. He likes to come to these. He calls it the show. He rushed home from work so he could be on time for the show. How did you come up with whose name? Posey's name? When I got Posie, she was just a little beansy thing. And I just thought of Pocket Full of Posie, even though now I know that poem is about death or something. But, ring around the rosy, pocket full of Posie. So she was little. She got a name. Posie. That was it. Pommy girl, I'm trying to learn something. Oh, if you're trying to learn something, there you go. Then it's always time to, or it's wait, that's backwards. If you're trying to learn something, it's probably normal speed. But if you're just listening, then it's always ×2. Got it. Adrian says, I love your channel. Thank you so much. Sim, it is 2 a.m. I love that you get up for these. I just love you. Creatively, Lisa Marie, I think you're fabulous. I think you're fabulous too. Thank you. I think all of you are fabulous. I love this group. Kyra or Kira says, Sheila, I attended a live a couple of months ago and chatted to you about quitting my 20-year job and then being disappointed. You said, oh, well, and to keep you posted, I did it. Today was my last day. Wow. So, wow. How does that feel? Are you like exhilarated, nervous? Like you're going to get to just wake up tomorrow and not have to go there. Do you have another job or you're just done? I can't remember the conversation. So you're going to have to enlighten me. I don't even remember if I'm wearing underwear today. So please forgive me if I don't remember. Simply Fundamental says, YouTube finally allowed me to switch my membership level. Were you on the just the tip? I thought I was so clever when I came up with that name. And the thing is you can't like change the names or anything about the things once they go live. So it's going to be just the tip for forever. And I'm going to cringe every time I say it to myself. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. Kira says, you've been inspirational in my choice to just do it. Thank you. Well, I hope it works out. I hope you're not cursing my name soon. But I am so proud of you and I'm so excited for you. I wish we could talk. I want to know what's going on. Let's see. Just the tip. Yes. Kira says, I'm elated. No other job lined up for an emergency fund and pure joy because I have some time off. It's going to feel weird. So here it's like the stages of unemployment, right? So you're going to be like super stoked and you're going to like sleep in and be like, oh, I'll just take the day. Right. And then, a few days go by and you're going to be like, when did I last shower? Have I eaten recently? God, I'm really bored. And then you'll get through that stage and you move on to a next one. But yeah, that's awesome. That is super awesome. Invincible Summer, clap, clap. Medina Jones, hello, dear Sheila and everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to try to keep up. My phone keeps buffering. I'm sorry. I hate that. Sim says, remember to like the stream so it shows on more feeds. Thank you, Sim, my ever vigilant social media manager that's not. Let's see. Creatively Lisa says, I appreciate your outlook and mindset and transparency. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Yes, Ray, I agree with you. It would be traumatic to go back to a corporate atmosphere. I can't, I don't know if you guys watched the video that I launched today, but even making it made me feel a little bit PTSD because I'm like saying some of the phrases that I remember hearing when I was being managed out. And I just started thinking, God, why didn't I see it? And that's why I put in today's video, I put a little bit of a twist in it saying that you don't see it because you don't want to. You want a reason, and a reason is never going to come. You want an explanation, and an explanation is never going to come. And so that's why you kind of keep staying and pushing for it. But yeah, I did not like making today's video. It's like, oh my God, I remember this because it's happened so many times. And, every line was said to me at every job, right? It's not like it was special. Ugh, look, I'm getting all cheesy. Duh. Let's see. Sorry about that. This sounds like a video. Stages of unemployment. I'm going to write that down. I swear, I need you to be Simply Fundamental. Her name's Regina, I believe, by the way. I need you to be like my content person because you always come up with such great ideas. Stages of unemployment. Yes. It's kind of like the stages of grief, but different, but totally the same. Concern says, hi, Posie. Radar, good evening. Okay, so Radar, you did a comment on one of my videos, and now I freaking can't remember it. But it was something like you jumped up and threw your back out or something. I can't remember the comment, but Doug and I were actually at the vet with Posey, and I showed it to him, and we just started busting out laughing because it was so funny. I can't remember the comment, and I'm so mad at myself for not being able to remember it right now off the tip of my brain. But I just want you to know, we laughed. It was great. It was so funny. Let's see. Yeah, Ray says it's like I was a different person with a different language. Absolutely. Working in corporate, it is a totally different language, but it's one that everybody in corporate speaks. And so Doug is a blue collar guy, right? Doug's a plumber. And so he doesn't always understand what the heck I'm talking about when I was talking about work. By the way, some of you recommended that we watch. Oh, it's on Apple TV brain show work. I'm trying to Google it. Severance. It showed right up, by the way. But some of you recommended that I watch Severance, and Doug and I have been watching Severance, and I just keep watching it going, oh my God, this would be the ultimate dream for corporate America, for us to go to work for 8-9 hours a day and not have any recollection of our lives. We would be there and completely focused on work. It is so weird. Now we're only a few episodes in, but it's still crazy weird. Let's see here. Sim architects or some sort of personal issue. Sorry, I'm behind a little bit. Valley, hello, friends. Alicia, hello. Ads Factor, hello. Kyra says, I also vote for the stages of unemployment video. Okay, it's on the list. I've got it. Simply Fundamental says, I haven't seen today's video yet. I just literally finished my steps and I got my alert for your live. Your steps. I maybe do 12 a day. I'm really bad. But so I was waiting for more people to come to announce, but I'll just go ahead and announce anyway. Oh, Radar, you're right. I'm so sorry. I see Squirrel. This is why I don't do the videos that are not scripted. But yes, Radar laughed at one of my videos. She laughed out loud at a part of it, so loud that she scared her cats and then got the hiccups. And it was just the way that it was worded was so funny. And I could just see her, in my head. So funny. Let's see. Kelly says, hi, Sheila. I'm a newish subscriber and I love your videos. Your humor and transparency have truly been inspirational to me. I'm recovering workplace overachiever and perfectionist. Yes. Join the club. Join the club. We are all here. So the thing that I wanted to announce was that I bought a little vlogging camera thing. So I've always wanted to do more kind of off the cuff videos, just short, 2-3 minute, maybe max 5-minute videos that are not scripted, because the ones that I do every week are scripted videos. And I've always been very nervous about it because I do tend to, like we just saw, I tend to squirrel, right? Oh, what's got my attention now? Oh, what's got my attention now? But I kind of feel like if I want to get better at being a creator, and if I want to provide valuable content, and if I want to actually share things that are kind of, like behind the scenes or off the cuff or whatever, I need to do it. So I'm going to record my first one tomorrow. And my goal for right now is every other Friday, it will be a public video. And those will maybe be rehashing old videos, like maybe things that I didn't talk about, or maybe topics that are just really short. Like one topic idea that I brainstormed today was maybe talking about how I deal with regret. Something just really short, out while I'm taking a walk with Posie, filming myself. I'm going to do it. I am scared to death to do it. I am scared to death to do it because I'm afraid I'm going to say a lot, or I'm afraid I'm going to forget what I'm saying because I do that a lot. So, but every other week it'll be a public one. And then for members only videos, and I know I've got some members here, members only videos will be more like probably more of the behind the scenes stuff, like what did not make it into the video and why, or also talking about, I did a whole thing here. Let's see, member topic ideas. Something I regret saying publicly. I'm kind of regretting that I shared the foot thing. And if you don't know what that is, it was like on the last video before today's video, last Friday's video. Deleted scenes from past jobs. This month's breakdown was brought to you by how I keep going when I don't know what I'm doing. So those would be some member topic ideas. Some public ideas would be, this isn't rock bottom, it's just Tuesday. You're allowed to be proud of the small things. They're going to be a little bit more motivational, I think, without being, I can't even think of the word, without being cheesy, I guess, is kind of what I'm going for. So it's going to be called Unscripted. That's really unique, isn't it? Woo! So yeah, it's called Unscripted, and that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, I'm really scared, but I'm going to film the first one tomorrow, and I already know what I'm going to talk about. It's just going to be so weird not having a script because I'm so used to having one, and I write so much differently than I speak. So one of the reasons why I love having the script too is that I can really refine what I want to say. And first of all, I can make sure that I actually make my point, right? That I'm not just floundering around. I actually make my point. Second, I can like refine my jokes, right? I can refine what I say, but like in real life, when you talk, it just comes out and you're just done. You're screwed. So that's what we're doing. All right. So now I'm going to go back and read some of your comments and see what some of you have to say. Jester says I pronounced her name right the first time. Let's see. Creatively, Lisa says, one of my jobs back in 2023 was so stressful, I ended up in the ER twice in the same week. So as of June 2023, I took a year and a half off from work, and it was great. I love that for you. I do love that. Maybe you can help me with the stages of unemployment, because there is a bored stage in there where you get so bored. I remember that well. Stay the distance. Severance gets darker. Oh, you just gave me chills. Okay, Alicia. Okay. Pommy Girl says, my husband and I are 5 episodes into Severance. So far, I'm rooting for Helly. So she's the one that doesn't drink the Kool-Aid, right? So, and then you've got the guy that totally has drunk the Kool-Aid. I mean, it's just really, really interesting to see. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely kind of cerebrally strange. But if you've worked in corporate, you just kind of recognize all of the little things. Like one guy gets super stoked to have like a waffle party, just stuff like that. It's crazy. Sarah says, you want to hear something messed up? My cousin died yesterday. Oh my God. And I'm telling work how I will still get everything done, and I will only step away for a few hours. So Sarah, I don't think that you need us to tell you that that's probably not a good idea, because you're going to look back on this and wish that you would have spent that time with your family and been there for your cousin. I really hope that you reconsider that decision. And I hope that your job is cool enough to even say, hey, don't worry about it. Take the day, go. Joni Heisenberg. Oh, hi, Sierra Donna says hi first. Joni Heisenberg says, I do feel bad for young people. I wonder if they even entertain working for a corporation. There are so many videos showing the toxicity. And they're smart. We've talked about this before. Just that the younger generation, they're smarter than my generation and above were, because they really paid attention to what their parents went through. And so we see these videos of people going, oh my God, I had to work 8 hours today. And people like, oh, 8 hours, big deal. And I get what they're saying, because they're not in that mindset of giving up their lives for a job. They want to have a life, right? Not just a work life. They want a life. So they're a little bit smarter at the game. And I really am interested to see what happens over the next 10 years with corporate. I think that AI is going to replace a lot of like middle management positions. And I think that it's just going to kind of be workers, and then, like the Uber executive kind of people. I don't think there's going to be a lot of mid management. I think that's going to get scooped out. But anyway, interesting to see for sure. See what the workday starts looking like. Adrian says, I'm 28 years old, been at my current job for 2 years as an engineer at a manufacturing plant, but I want to look for a different job, but I don't want to work until 65 to just retire. So Adrian, I have good news for you. You're not going to be able to work until you're 65, because they're going to push you out at about 45 or 50. So you got that going for you. Yeah. Don't think that you're going to make it to 65 at your job. I would say that at least half of the people that are members of this community on this channel have been pushed out in their 50s and are just like me, and they can't find a job doing what they did before because of ageism. And when you say you're an engineer, I don't know if you are like a developer engineer, like a computer engineer, or if you're like a engineer, but I would really plan to retire in your 50s if you can. I just see it more and more. And I see the younger generations being pushed out closer to 40, 45. So everything is shifting, right? Ageism is real. Alicia says, title them in today's squirrel moment. No, it's called Unscripted. It's just, doesn't that sound so cool and ominous? Unscripted, bold white text across the top. Unscripted. Yeah. Drama. So me. So Sim Architect says, awesome. Okay, now I think that we're getting to the point where I just talked about doing the videos outside. So you guys are saying awesome. Did Doug talk? See, I'm behind. Sorry, I started talking and I got behind. Simply Fundamentals talking. Let's see. Sim Architects, you live in a beautiful town, maybe turn into something very enjoyable. That is my plan for tomorrow, because I'm going to take Posie for a walk. So I'm going to, of course, show Posie and her stroller, and then I'll show where we're walking, and maybe I'll see a bug. I'm not going to get too artsy fartsy, and I'm not going to play music. I've done a lot of research about, people like when they do the vlogging, when they edit, they tend to play music, but I don't like it myself. I think that the music sometimes takes away from the message. I'm like, I can't hear what you're saying. And maybe it's just because I'm old. I don't know. I might try both. This is all about learning and becoming better at this and growing, because I feel like I could get stagnant here real quick, if that makes any sense. Invincible Summer says, love the off-cuff shorts. You'll be great. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, but I'm so scared. See, even just talking about it again, my tummy just got all squished. All right. Doug says, blooper reels. Oh my gosh, the blooper reels. Okay, so I was this is just as funny in my head, but I'm thinking, okay, I need to film. They call it B-roll, right? So it's not just me talking, but it is maybe the mountains that I see or the bug or whatever. And I was like, yeah, and I can get a picture of Posie, going across screen on the stroller. And I thought to myself, so I would have to start the camera, push Posie and let her just float on by herself. In my head, that sounds just really funny. So that would be a total blooper reel, I think. Thank you, Simply Fundamental, for my vlog ID being awesome. Let's see. Sarah says, without being annoying. Uh-oh, I lost it. Are you worried that I'm going to be annoying on these unscripted videos? I love the idea of the bloopers being subscriber only. I love that idea. Radar says the foot pics was refreshingly honest. It shows that people out there are having to resort to unorthodox ways to pay the bills, and that's totally okay. Thank you, Radar. So I did talk, not in this video, but not in today's video, but the video before. Gosh, you guys, my brain is like, it's just basically running on like anxiety and caffeine at this point. So it would have been the how I let go of the wrong life video. The one, it was just me as a marionette on there, but I'm doing an A/B test on thumbnails now, but it's how I let go of the wrong life. It was last Friday's video. I talked about how I tried to become a foot model. And Doug is my little ride or die foot pimp. Toe rings unmasked. No, I can't show my feet anymore, concerned because I can't afford pedicures anymore. I have to do like the home thing, and my toes and toenails aren't pretty anymore. So I wouldn't show my feet. Toe rings unmasked. The LLL shorts. Yes. So I think that it's going to be unmasked for the public ones. And then for the members only ones, I think that I'm going to call it, oh crap, I already forgot. Gosh, dang it. Sheila Snacks, but it's not written in stone. This all just came about today. I got the camera last week and I've been learning about it by watching videos and stuff. But honestly, I've just been so frightened to take that step to do it. So scared. So scared. Not just because I'm afraid that I'm going to sound dumb, but walking in public, filming myself, I know that the young kids today can do that and they dance and do all kinds of things in public and they don't care, but I do. And I'm going to let that go. And it's going to be a great little growth experience for me. I was going to say something and I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well. The LLL shorts, vlogging. I thought you said flogging. Have you been watching some 50 Shades? Woo, woo. Kelly, I 100% agree with Radar. My roommate actually suggested I do that when I was in between jobs a couple of years ago. When you said you looked at your ankle and said, "Get it, girl." I did. I did. And Doug would be in the background. He's taking, I can't believe I'm sharing this. Doug would be in the background taking the pictures and he's all, arch it higher, spread that toe. There you go, hold it. It was just really, it was super fun for us. But now I look back on it and I'm like, what was I doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I marketed my feet as like, I have tattoos, right? So I've got a tattoo on my foot. So I marketed it as like this granny tattoo foot. Because, granny is a kink, I suppose. Ask Doug. He knows. Hello, after coffee with Jess. Let's see. Alicia says you could also use a squirrel hand puppet for the shorts. Forget hand puppet. I want one that's just on my finger. And actually it would probably need to be a raccoon. No, squirrel. Like, you're right. Cause like when I go off topic, I can just hold up the squirrel puppet on my finger and go, but I digress. I wonder if they I bet I could get on Etsy. One would have to be a squirrel and the other would have to be a raccoon. I would need one of each, a little squirrel and a little raccoon. Sarah says, I know this morning my boss did call me to say not to worry about it. I'm just programmed to have that always working persona. I get that, Sarah. I do, but I wish I could impart on you how much it's not worth it. How much life you lose to a company that really doesn't care at all. I look back now at all these places where I did that exact same thing. When my aunt passed away, it was, I'm just going to step out for just a couple of hours just to go to the funeral. I'll be right back, or I'll be back online, or you can get me on my phone. I'll have my phone on. I'll be checking email, right? And it was so stupid. Nobody cared. The only person that cared was me. That was it. Sim Architect says social media brings a level of awareness we didn't have before without extensive research. Only nerds knew about the stuff that people know about these days. I absolutely agree with you. I am really behind on my comments. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of skip forward. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sheila, perhaps you need to turn your microphone just a little. When you turn your head just an inch, the volume goes down. If I go like that, is that better? Okay. Doug says, I'll work until I'm 85 or dead. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Doug, because when you're 85, I'll be 89 or dead. No, honey, you're not going to work until you're 85. Stop that. Sarah says, I fear taking a day or two off will cost me my job or be frowned upon. It's not based in reality. No, it is not. But right now I'm being phased out and I don't want to take risks. I totally understand. But don't give up something as precious as family for a job. If you say you're being phased out, if you're being managed out, then why continue to give so much of yourself? Either way, you're going to be gone. And they know when that time is going to be. They know. Valley says, I love your new video ideas. Here's to your fabulous success. That's so sweet. Thank you. Let's see. Concern. Plumbing can be very difficult because it takes so much hand strength. Personally, I have good strength, but I did a project myself and was very impressed with what plumbers must go through. I don't even know where that came from, Concerned, because I'm just jumping around comments right now, but okay. But yes, Doug has freakishly strong hands and arms, but his hands are starting to hurt. He is in his 50s and he's been plumbing for 30 years. And it does wear and tear on your hands. I'm sure there's other, blue collar jobs that go through that exact same thing. Let's see. I'm sorry, Sarah. I know I went back to you and I said something about I don't want to be too cheesy. I mean, I'm always a little bit cheesy. There's always a bit cheese in my game, and I want to be motivational without being, I don't know what's the word. I don't want toxic positivity to come in. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be there. I meant Toe Rings Unmasked as a title for your new series. I know what you meant, Concerned. I know what you meant, but nobody will get it. The new people are going to be like, I'm just all going to get a bunch of foot fetishes people coming. That's a whole other story right there. People with a foot fetish. Woo. I can't wait to see it. I really enjoy just listening to someone talk, but I do think folks' attention span is short, so it's good to chat about videos that you've already posted. It's going to be great. Yeah, because there's a lot when I write a script, and we've talked about this before. I'm sorry if this is all repetitive, but when I write a script, it takes me a long time, and I refine because I want to make sure that every line belongs, every line matters. Your time is valuable. I want to make sure that I provide as much value as I possibly can. So there's a lot of stuff like today at the very last minute, I took out an entire section of today's script because I said, you know what, it's repetitive. It doesn't need to be there. I'm taking it out. And then there's also some times where I do find that I edit myself, and not just editing myself because of turning people off or whatever, but I'm editing myself because I'm afraid YouTube is going to punish me. So those might be things that I can talk about on the side. Toenail art channel. You guys get off the feet. The feet. I did post a picture of my foot once when we talked about this. Members only talked about this. I believe it was the first live stream. No, it was the first public live stream that we talked about this, about the foot thing. And I did post a picture of my foot in a post. Yeah, so you can go back and find that if you're really curious. Edgar Allan Poot. That's one of my favorite. Oh, you guys are laughing, and I don't know what you're laughing at, but I love that you're laughing. Oh, Concern's crying. I love it. Doug sounds awesome. Yes, Doug is awesome. I have no idea how I got so lucky. Do you know what was amazing about the time you revealed that you were a toe model? It was so cool that it was confirming that a woman in the chat had actually gone through that as well. Yeah. And there's been people in the comment section as well that they're like, I tried that too. What a waste of time. What a waste of money. Yeah. There's a bunch of people. There was one person that said, do you see my profile picture? It's a foot. And she told the whole story about how she had to actually contort herself to get that picture because she was her own photographer. A toe squirrel puppet. My feet are not going to make it back under the big screen, guys. They're not going to be. Oh, you guys are too funny. Kelly says, I didn't know this was going on. What did I miss? No, don't answer that. I'll read the comments to catch up. Hey, Kelly. Creatively, Lisa Marie, this new job I started wanted me to go to a meeting before my work hours start, but I held my ground. Sorry. And held my boundaries, and I did not change my work hours. That is awesome. Creatively, Lisa Marie. And another thing that you can do is if they say they want you to come before your work hours, just say, oh, then I assume that I'll be able to leave early that day. Or I can leave early on Friday to make up for the time. Something like that. You can always try to be a little bit flexible. But good for you. So Concern says social media may save subsequent generations, and our generation was subject to propaganda about the American dream. Just work hard enough. Yeah, that's been going on for a long time. Alicia's talking about finger puppets on Archie McPhee. Archie McPhee. Okay, I'll have to take a look. I'd rather probably go to Etsy just because, you know, I'm helping support people. That's a small business, but I will look at Archie McPhee. It's a novelty store. That looks super fun. Although some of the pictures are kind of creepy. But Sarah's working on changing her mindset about her work life. I'm glad. Ray says, I know you mentioned you love staying at home. I'm increasingly spending more time at home. Not sure if it's becoming an issue, but I don't crave or miss social interaction. I don't either. I'm home a lot, and Doug is honestly enough for me, but you have to also think about other interactions that you have. You know, like I went to the doctor Friday and I made talk with the receptionist that was there. And then of course, you know, talking with my doctor, and, you know, I've been texting with the vet today. You know, these are all interactions, and these are the kind of interactions that I feel comfortable with because they are not long-term interactions. So I'm not saying that I just sit at home and I don't do anything and I never have any kind of, you know, other social relationships outside of Doug. I do. They're just small. You know, even going to the pharmacy, going in and picking up a prescription, talking to the pharmacist. Those are all interactions that feed my soul and don't give me anxiety. Edgar Allan Poot. If the boss isn't saying take the time you need, they're trash. I'm increasingly learning that a lot of managers are trash. They are. Definitely they are. I remember when I first became a manager, I got a bunch of books and I was trying so hard to be the kind of manager that I never had, right? Someone that actually cared about your growth, cared about your day. And so many managers just don't do that anymore. Let's see. I'm trying to get through. Sarah had to sign off. Oh, bye. Doug loves the toe squirrel puppet ideas. Yes, you have that content in your members only feed. Okay. Skywalker says 2:35 my time here. Sleepy. Hello to warrior friends in the US. Much love to all. That's what time it is where Sim Architect is, Sky. Maybe you guys are in the same spot. Oh, I'm glad you guys said goodbye to Sarah. Jan. Hello, Jan. Hello. I'm so glad that you didn't miss this one. I just saw your comment today and I replied. I'm so sorry that I was late on that reply. Whenever there's a reply to a comment on YouTube, YouTube doesn't tell me that they're there. I kind of have to go searching for them. It's a very awkward system. They have done some stuff recently to fix that, which is really nice. But Jan, I've been thinking about you. I know that I don't want to say too much. I'm thinking about you. Let's just say that. Okay. Let's see. Melissa says, I miss wearing toe socks. Do you mean like the socks that were like rainbow and each toe had its own little pocket? Or what's a toe sock? Simply Fundamental says, I enjoyed your videos. I really do think there are so many word nuggets and magic in there. I often don't want them to end and I watch them again. Thank you. What a nice compliment. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Edgar Allan Poe. I'm not going to start a foot channel. I'm not going to start. Well, I did start a foot channel. I did, and it didn't go anywhere. I had a foot Instagram page. I had a foot OnlyFans. I did all the stuff and things for feet. I was on all the foot fetish sites. Let's see. Melissa says, I'm a homebody more, but I love to work in public and go to restaurants. I actually enjoy going to restaurants as well. I do love eating at home, but, once in a while, especially like on a Saturday afternoon, there's a restaurant that's kind of like in this outdoor mall, which I really like. It's called Elevated Q. It's a barbecue place, but it's elevated. I like going there and just kind of walking around a little bit and just, window shopping. Hold on, my dog is eating something. Posey, where are you? What are you doing? What are you eating? Did mommy drop some popcorn? Posey's here. Let's see. Concern says another time honored bit of propaganda we baby boomers experienced was the idea that as soon as you retire or stop working, you'll die. That's because people don't have any purpose outside of work. You got to have purpose outside of work. Let's see. Sorry, just roamed. Oh, Sims in Rotterdam. Hello from Canada. I work in a pharmacy, and that's where I get my socializing too. Yeah, work. You were talking about the rainbow toe socks. I always thought that those felt weird, Melissa. I always thought that when I put those on, I just like my toes felt like they missed their friends or something. I don't know. Raider says, I love toe socks. Well, maybe I'll start selling merch with toe socks on them. I don't know. Jan says, thank you so much, Auntie Queen. You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you so much for your comment. Seriously, I think it might be in order for you to write a book. Concerned. I get that a lot. Someone actually asked me, it was on a one-on-one the other day. Someone asked if I would just take my scripts and put all my scripts into a book. That might be something that I might consider doing someday. Not today. Today is getting over the fear of recording tomorrow. Let's see here. Sorry. The socks are socks individual. Yeah, for the toes. Think gloves for your feet. Sim architect. I only mentioned the nail art because you said you can't afford pedicures. So a channel where you do it yourself, like Simply Nailogical, could be a fun idea, as there's only a handful of art channels, the hand art channels. There are a lot of nail art channels on Instagram. Ask me how I know. Because I used to get my nails done, right? So if you look in earlier videos, I always had my nails. They weren't acrylic. I just got, I did dip nails. My nails were naturally long, and I always did nail art on them because that was just so fun for me. So, and then I'd come home with my nails, Doug's like, let me see. I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. They're always black and white. But yes, I love watching those nail channels. And now I've noticed that there's been this huge, like they basically are acrylics, but they don't shave them down. They don't buffer them down at all. So they're like this long, like super long. And then they do those ASMR videos. They go click, 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 click. Let's see. Oh, yeah, people make a lot of money on these platforms. I still am trying to figure out the magic sim architect. Someday I might need your help, but I've been taking my videos and then breaking them down into clips, basically shorts, and then posting those on TikTok and Instagram and using them as YouTube shorts. And it's been working out pretty well, but it's just the format is so different on each of the channels. And I follow some people that have social media all over, and I know that they have to have a team, because there's no way that they could do all of this recording and editing and posting without having a team of people helping them. Let's see. Concern says, exactly. They make sure that we have no meaning outside of work. You said it perfectly. Yes. Radar's laughing at my toes miss their friends. They did. You put them in those socks and they're all, okay, let's see here. Oh, I can't get them separated there. And then your toes are all separated and they're like, wait, where's my friend? And I'm over here, right? So yeah, they just felt weird. They felt weird. Record without feeling obligated to post. That is actually a really good advice there, Sim Architect. Thank you. Concern says, nope, you need a publisher. Quit putting pressure on me. You're going to write a book. Okay, well, I'll write a book and I'm going to go ahead and do it with my scripts. Nope, Sheila. Nope, you need a publisher. You're so funny. Radar. I'd never seen a book that was based on YouTube scripts from the channel. What a fantastic idea. And, it'd have to be really cheap because you could technically just go in and get the scripts yourself, right? When you go into the YouTube description, there's a little thing there. You can click on transcripts and you can see what the transcript is. I do that all the time, especially for videos that are really long, but I know there might be some valuable information in there, but I don't necessarily want to watch the whole video to get that one nugget of information because it's like people that are trying to sell stuff. I'll go in and I'll just copy the script, the transcript, and then I'll paste it into ChatGPT and I'll say, give me a summary. And it does. It works out really, really well. Chomp, 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 chomp. Jan says, just laughing at your grand laugh is absolutely blissful. Oh, did you hear that, Doug? My laugh is blissful. And I'm a prophet with a blissful laugh. Concern says, does everyone remember when we used to sit around and actually have lives? I have fond memories of just sitting around and laughing until we cried in my family. I do remember that. Now, so my question then would be concerned. So I do that now. And with Doug, right? We are goofballs, but why don't you have that now? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but you can have that, right? You can. It may not look the way it used to look. It'd be different because we're older now. I just remember being younger and I had such FOMO. Like I'd have to go out all the time because I was so afraid that I was going to miss out on something. It's so weird. I'm a completely opposite person now. Whereas before I was going to clubs every night and drinking and dancing and doing all the stuff and things. And now I'm like, yeah, no, I just want to stay home. Can we watch TV in bed? Can we eat in bed? Can we just do everything in bed? That'd be great. Thanks. Sim says I use the 20-80 rule. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good rule. Zimana Asejo, thank you for your videos. It's been super helpful to me. They have given me lots of perspective. Thank you. I like that. Is there anything that you have questions on or anything you want to ask? You guys can ask questions as well. I mean, I'm trying to read all the comments. There's some of them that I'm skipping over, but because you guys are talking amongst yourselves or I don't know what you're talking about. So just let me know. Toe socks would be too funny and cool merch, but it would have to be toe socks with, like a Laugh Lines flare. I'm not really sure, but we'll figure it out. I got to think about it. I don't know if the place that I get my merch from has toe socks. Skywalker says, Johannesburg, I wish we could all be having a pan pizza and root beer. Screw you, Skywalker. That sounds good. I love both those things, and I haven't had a pan pizza or a root beer in a long time. Let's see. Sorry. It just jumped. Everything's jumping because I'm behind. The Sim Architect says that would be fantastic merch. I wonder why nobody else does it. Radar says, yeah, but you can give your opinion and behind the scenes of that particular script, where you got the idea, etc. Oh, that's a good idea too. That's a really good idea. Why did I do this script? Why did I think it was important? You guys are just so freaking helpful. Why did I do video? You guys are awesome. Laugh Lines 2025 edition, 2026 edition. So I wore my emotionally concussed shirt in one of the videos, and I realized that it says 2025 on it. So I'm kind of bummed because 2025 is almost over. So they're going to have to do like a big sale or something like that. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Profit Blissful. Woo, that's me. Sadly, the reason there's so much more rare now is because we've become aware of the reality of our world. But so this is something that I've learned, Concern. I got to take a drink because I got to get up on my soapbox, and that makes me really thirsty. I am not like super smart about history at all. But when I did that video where I went back 100 years and talked about how people have always been pushed out around their 50s, I started learning about other things, and I started opening my mind about why is now so different? Why is now so horrible, right? All the horrors of the world. And the thing is that it's always been this way. The world has always been in crisis. It's always been in flux. It has always been scary and dramatic. Always, always. There has never been a time where everyone was like, wow, this is really great. The economy's awesome. I love who our president is. Everybody has a job and enough money. There's never been that time. And we've always been in crisis with other countries. And it's always been that way. Always. It's just now it's louder, right? Because we do have the internet and we've got social media, and it's just so much louder now. That's why I've stopped really buying into it and listening to it, because it's always been this way and we're always going to get through it because we always have. And that's what I keep telling myself. So there, now I'm stepped off my soapbox. You can knock me over the head if you would like. Blah, 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 blah. Adrian says the way that we think about work in America is so outdated and new and needs to be reformed. People are used as a machine. We no longer live in the Industrial Revolution, but we are in the AI revolution. I agree. I hope we can get to a place where people can live this life without being stuck in an office. I have to agree. Now, there are some people that enjoy being in an office, people that are unhappily married. People that, maybe they don't have an office at home and working from home is difficult because they have kids. There's a whole bunch of reasons why people enjoy going to the office. I just wish that it could be more of a choice, right? That it wasn't a requirement to be in an office for absolutely no reason if you didn't have to be, but it was there if you wanted it to be. Alicia says, yes, you can get the transcript, but in a book format, you could also share the what, the how behind the writing, or maybe pieces that were rewritten or changed. Yeah, I think that you're absolutely right. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that, because see, I have to do this, you guys, because I will forget. And I will ask Doug, I will say, hey, what was that idea that girl came up with? Do you remember? He will say, no, I don't. I don't remember. I didn't hear that. What? Okay, I'm doing a screenshot. Sorry. Why does my nose always run when I do these live streams? I swear, it's unfair. Let's see. Simply Fundamental says, record as if you're talking to someone and just you got used to it. But if I miss too many days, then talking into my phone is hard. I have to face the camera towards myself to just chat. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the little thing that I bought. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Okay. So this is called the DJI, the Pocket Osmo, and some of you have probably seen this. It is a vlogging camera, but the way that it works, see, it's got like this little screen here. Let me get it to where it's actually showing. There it goes. So there's the camera, and you can watch yourself on the screen. But the thing is that it has a gimbal. So when you're, see how the camera doesn't move? Someone likened it to like a chicken. You can hold a chicken and move the chicken around, but their head will always stay in the same spot, even though their body's moving. That's the way this is. And you can get it to frame on your face. So technically I could walk and talk at the same time, and it keeps my face in frame. I don't have to look at it, right? And it also has a microphone that as soon as you turn the microphone on, it automatically syncs to this thing. So that is a big plus, because I've tried using a microphone with my phone and it doesn't always sync properly. So this is what I got. And it's got like a little tripod here, so I could sit it down and talk if I want to. And it's just a really cool thing. So you just kind of walk and talk, and you just hold it like this, right? And I talk into it. So I have used it a couple of times. I'm turning, oops, I didn't mean to start recording. Turning it off. I'm still learning. I got to watch more videos tonight on it, but the picture's really good. I actually did a little fake one where I went to Walgreens. Oops, wrong way. I went to Walgreens to pick up my prescription, and I brought Posie with me. I'm going to show you something that only guys will see here. Just because I'm playing around. Oh God, this is a horrible picture. No, I'm not going to show it. I'm just not. Okay, I'll show it. I'm messing with thumbnail ideas. And so the video that I did when I went to Walgreens, I actually held it in my hand while I was driving, and it fit, and I still had both hands on the steering wheel. And so I'm driving, but the camera doesn't move, so you can't tell. It was really cool. And then I'll just share my screen here. Dun, dun, dun. This is, it's not going to let me share my Canvas screen, so I have to share the window. This is going to be so cheesy. I was playing with the ideas of a thumbnail, okay? But I wanted to show you this picture because I thought it was funny, because in the car, Posie was over my right shoulder, just the way she always is when I make videos. So this was me. This is me. I just was playing. I'm trying to, there, I'll stop sharing now. But yeah, so that's kind of the vibe that I'm thinking for this unscripted thing for the public videos. But I just thought it was funny because Posie's right there and she's going to be right there in all these videos. Oh, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Muriel, hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm behind. The book would be great merch, not the socks. Oh, gosh, Sim, that's a good idea. Huh. Good idea. Hey, thanks. So I have to write down book, merch. I mean, the socks are great too, but the book is a good idea. That's something I could actually see myself doing. Oh, get him with Posie's face on each toe. I do have pug socks. I do. Oh, Kelly, you're funny. Oh, and Kelly and Doug said the exact same thing at the exact same time. That's funny. Concern says, Pam, pizza at Pizza Hut. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. Sorry, I just moved and the chat jumped again. I know I keep saying that and I'm sick of hearing myself saying it. Jan says, my balcony garden is how I see going outside nowadays. You're not getting out much anymore as well. I just go into my backyard and I'll sit on the backyard chair and eat lunch, and I consider that going outside. But that's another reason why I'm nervous. Okay, so I get nervous about going for walks, and I'll be honest, it's because of my anxiety, and I'm afraid that I'm going to get too far away from home and I'm going to have a panic attack. And then what will I do? Posie will be there. What if I fall? What if I pass out? Right? I have all of these really catastrophic thoughts around my anxiety. So going for a walk by myself is really a big deal. And going for a walk while I'm going to be talking is another big deal. But I'm ready for it. I am ready to grow and change, and I'm ready to get past this. So that's what's going to happen. Now watch. Tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up and it's going to be like a freaking hurricane or something. I'm not going to be able to go because it's going to be totally raining, and I totally got myself amped up for it. Let's see I love your earrings. They're so pretty. Thank you. They're those little death moths with little skulls on them. I like skulls. Radar says, I need an emotionally concussed shirt. Well, I sell those. I actually really enjoyed wearing the shirt in the video because I felt like it was just a little bit more casual, because I don't know where along the line I started thinking that I needed to dress up for videos. Because if you look at like my first videos, I didn't wear makeup or nothing. And then all of a sudden I just kind of morphed into this dressy uppy thing. And it's a ritual for me now. Every Tuesday I record. So, I get up, I revise my script one last time. I revise my thumbnail one last time. I jump in the shower, I put makeup on, and then I come in here and I turn all the lights on and, try to get Posie on her chair, because sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. I text Doug, hey, I'm recording. And then it's just like a ritual now for me that I do. Oh, and I forgot the part about playing music really loud. And I sing really loud because I tell myself I'm warming up my voice. So I got to sing. Today, I was all about singing Jolene. I listened to that song about 17 times. Dolly Parton's Jolene. I don't know why. It just was hitting me just right today. I don't know why. Jolene. Let's see. Maybe all L's, and then on the big toe, a photo of Posie. That would be cool. But then it would look like, ooh, pug. Puggle. Ray says, it's louder, plus you get the unsolicited emails telling you how horrible everything is. Well, fear sells. And that's the thing, is we get unsolicited everything. If you look at one video because for some reason something caught your eye and you clicked on it and you go off on this tangent, then all of a sudden you're going to be getting videos that match that thing. So if I look at something, I'm like, what the heck is this guy talking about? What an idiot. And then it's like, oh, now that's all I see are these hateful things or these scary things, right? Oh, I'm so scared. I need to buy more. Scared. I need to buy more. Scared. I need to buy more. And that works with me. And it has worked with me in the past. You should have seen me in the pandemic. I still probably have 2,000 masks. Literally. I'm not lying. They're in a box downstairs. I don't even know why we're saving them. I don't know. Maybe I'll pass them down to Doug's kids for the next pandemic. I don't know. Zimina says, today we heard from a contractor on a different team that basically he would be doing my team's job. The director claims that he didn't know anything about that. So the video today made you laugh. God. So it was timely. Wow. Wow. Oh. Lori says, your earrings are pretty. Thank you so much. Sim says, most of the people that enjoy working in the office are the ones that like to clock in and clock out while acting as if they're working. Look at me. I'm working. Look at me. Yeah, I don't want to be in an office either, Simona. Simply Fundamentals. Yeah, the commute. Simply Fundamentals says, I don't want to go back to commuting. Yeah, that is another thing. The commute is just such a waste of time, especially when you live and work in a city. It's just, you spend 2 hours of your life a day in a car, and that's not productive. Doug brings up the bobblehead again. I did a video. I don't even remember which one it was, but I mimicked a bobblehead in the video and no one said anything. So, and I even put text on there that said bobblehead imitation, because when I edited it and watched it a couple of times, I was like, people are going to think I'm having a seizure. I was mimicking a bobblehead. I don't remember which video it was, but no, we're not going to do bobbleheads, Doug. This is such a white supremacist worldview. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Fired Play. What is? Who are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know. Sim Architect, you got a gimbal. Oh, you guys are looking at my camera. Yes, now we're into the camera talk. Yes. Double D, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you for all of those. I love sunflowers. That's a great. Let's see. You guys are talking about my camera, that it's cool. Yes, the camera is cool. Invincible Summer, the nose is running. It's adrenaline and nerves. Happens to me on stage with a mic and a spotlight. I get nervous every time I come on for these things, and I get nervous every time I record a video. Every single time. I have to do probably, I don't know, run through the video 3-4 times before I get to a take that I actually like, because I get so nervous. Choo 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 choo. Sorry, it just jumped again. I know I keep saying that. Sorry. I'm skipping comments. I apologize. Jan says you should do lives when you take live video, audio calls, and talk with us. You've mentioned Discord before, and I tried getting on Discord. It's too much for me. I don't even understand it. I don't get it. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe that can be my next goal. Okay, let's just get through this goal first, and then that can be my next goal. Better walk and record early tomorrow. It's going to be 100 degrees. Yeah, I was thinking of doing it like close to after you left in the morning, Doug, because Posey can't be out in that heat. So we will walk with you and give you more courage. You're so sweet, Double D. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear about the 38th floor. Oh, I missed something. I'm sorry to hear about it too. I don't know what it is, but I'm sorry. Sim says it's good for your mental health. I stay home alone 99% of my day. I force myself to get dressed every day. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't force myself to get dressed. I mean, I don't walk around nude all day. I have clothes on, but I'm not like looking cute or nothing. The only reason why today my hair is done and I have makeup on is because it's Tuesday. So I recorded that video today. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Concern says, I consider your message to be one of the more critical messages in my synopsis of life. All of this is so greatly underestimated in our society. Thank you for your work here. Thank you. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but thank you. I missed so much. I'm sorry. The little chat on the side, it just jumps and I miss it and I apologize. I try so hard to read everyone's comments, but sometimes they just get filtered through. The bobblehead was so funny. We caught it. Thank you, Simply Fundamental. Zimina says it's bedtime for me. Good night. Good night, Zimina. Thank you so much for coming. The bubblehead is very Hillary. Hillary who? I don't understand that reference. Let's see. Sim Architect says, don't spread yourself thin. Discord is a time and energy eater. So is everything that I do with my life. I mean, it's so bad, Sim. Like, I can't sleep right now. I'm having some sleep-in issues, and I'm up until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just watching videos. And I think I mentioned this before, but my latest obsession is hoarding videos and body cam videos. So like the cops that wear the body cam and they're like arresting people, I'm obsessed. And I don't even know why. I don't know why. I just love them and I don't know why. So I sit there watching body cam and hoarding videos until 1 or 2 in the morning. That's so bad. Jan says, maybe not Discord, but any app to make a hotline kind of moment would be amazing. A hotline moment, you mean like doing like, what do you mean? Like a live stream where you could talk back? I'm not sure what that means. Bonus fiddle. So what do the purple crowns and numbers mean? So that is something that YouTube implemented with their just with the thing, this live stream software that they use. So it's just how many people have chatted in. So like right now, Sim Architect is number 1. He's got the number 1 space. And then Ray is number 2 and Melissa is number 3. It's just how many times you've chatted in, basically, who's been chatting the most. Bonus fiddle. Oh, I just answered your question. 3 Flamingos and Company. Hi from Australia. You definitely hit my post-corporate captivity escape spot. You're welcome. Nice to have you here. Thanks for being here. Oh, my obsession a few months ago was interrogation videos. That's from Jardley. So there was a video, and I read the comments too. So like while the video is going, I always go into the comments just to see what people have to say. And there was one that all of the comments were like, oh my God, this guy's a great interrogator. This guy's so great and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, well, I want to find some more videos where this guy's doing some interrogation. So that's probably going to be my next rabbit hole. Nancy Sanchez says, I got laid off from my corporate job and I struggled to find a job in this job market. I got a job at Trader Joe's and I've never been happier. I was also dealing with panic attacks, so I get it. I love that. Trader Joe's is not hiring where I'm at. Our market is so saturated right now with there's just no jobs to be had. But I've heard that Trader Joe's is a fun place to work. So that's good for you. Congratulations. I'm glad that you're happier now. And I hope that the anxiety has died down. Let's see. Oh, so you want a show where like people can call or video call in or with guests? That could be fun. Ray says, have you watched Soft White Underbelly? I did. I used to watch it quite a bit more than I do now. I kind of feel like he's gotten a little bit exploitative. Whereas before I felt like he was actually trying to educate people. So I feel like there's been a little shift. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just something that I feel. So you want me to take live calls? Yeah. And that could be really, yeah, I know Sim said that too. That could be really scary. Oh, let's see. Before that, it was people acting crazy at airports because they got arrested. So I went through that phase too. I went through a Karen phase, right? Where I was watching all these Karen videos, but then all these Karen videos started turning into, I'm like, this is not a Karen. This is someone with an obvious mental health issue. And again, the exploitative nature. So I got kind of turned off to that. Todd says, thank you so much for verbalizing my trauma working for the last several decades. You're welcome. I don't want to say that. You're welcome. You're welcome. We all have it. We all have it. Anyone who's been in corporate has it. And, it's not just corporate because, like I said, Doug is my husband is a plumber. He's blue collar. He's got it too. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't know how this country survives being run the way that it's run. Not only our corporations, but all of our businesses. But that's just my 2 cents. Alicia says it's very hard on YouTube to follow a thread of conversations because you can't reply to a thread. I have to make sure I reference the comments before I type a comment. Yeah, this could be better. Now, when I've already looked into this, and when I start becoming bigger, I'm fluffing my hair that doesn't exist anymore. But when we start getting several hundred people on these calls, I will start using different software. And there is software that does have better chat functionality. There is software where you can pay, to call in, and StreamYard is one that does a good job. So there is software that is better than the YouTube software, but I just am not at a point where I want to pay for it yet. But just know that as we grow, this will also grow. Oh, I just barely glanced at yours radar. It says, I watched the body cam ones and I thought it said booty cam. And I and I was like, booty cam? What's that? Sorry. Radar says, I watched the body cam ones for employees that do dumb things like steal lottery tickets from their employer. Yeah, or the Walmart ones, the people that steal from Walmart. There's some pretty clever thieves out there. Pretty freaking clever. Concern says, when I mentioned earlier about sitting around and laughing with family, I was suggesting that perhaps in some small way, the internet has now provided us with new families like this one right here. Okay. Well, that took a little unexpected turn, Concerned. But yeah, I don't know how to turn off my camera for a minute. Yes, that is very sweet. That is very sweet. Concerned, I'll read it again because I like it. When I mentioned earlier about sitting around and laughing with family, I was suggesting that perhaps in some small way, the internet has now provided us with new families like this one right here. That has been my goal of this channel, is to just create a little family where everybody feels comfortable. Concerned, thank you for that comment. Thank you so much. I really, really love that. Thank you. Oh, and then you said where we sit and laugh. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's see. Bonus Fiddle says, in 15 days, it will be 1 year without a full-time job. I work 19 hours as an instructional assistant. You enjoy it, but it's exhausting. I don't know what an instructional assistant does, but I'm really sorry that it's been so long that you haven't had a full-time job. It does get a little bit easier, although it does start getting a little bit more unhinged. But as you start finding a little bit of footing elsewhere outside of the job world, it does start feeling a little bit better, and you start healing from that. I don't know how long you've been in the room, but a lot of people have talked about how we just cannot ever imagine going back to a corporate environment. Someone just mentioned they just got a job at Trader Joe's and she's never been happier, right? It's really hard to do that. And I'm sorry that you're in that position. Todd says that I just scrolled and lost it. I lost Todd. Where's Todd? Oh, Todd, there he is. I want to meet Chad and the raccoons. So I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. Chad, when we moved into this house was a new build. And so we didn't have any yard, right? We didn't have any of the grass or the trees or anything like that, the landscaping. So we had to hire someone to come do it because it wasn't a part of building the house. And we found this guy. We were driving around. He was in the neighborhood doing someone else's. So we found this guy, and his name was Chad, and he was awful. He was a horrible human being, just awful. He would yell at me. You would yell at Doug. Doug and him got into screaming matches on the phone. It was awful. So that's where Chad comes from, is I can't stand him. And so whenever something annoying or somebody I don't like comes up in a video, I name him Chad. Now, some of the other names that have showed up in videos have come from one-on-ones, because people will talk about other people in their lives that are giving them trouble, or that they don't like, or that are causing them irritation at work, or whatever the case may be. So I'll write those names down. And so a lot of those names, like Connie is one that I remember. Gosh, what was the one I did? Charisse is one. So yeah, that's where some of the other names come from, are from one-on-ones. And then the people that actually use that name, and I ask if it's okay, right? I'm like, is it okay if I use this name? But then they're like, oh yeah, that's totally a Connie thing, or whatever. It's just fun. It's just funny. Let's see. Corporate confession calls. Yeah, I'd have to figure out a way to anonymous it, make it really anonymous, so that way people would feel like they could actually say what they wanted to say. Oh my God, this is from Simply Fundamental. I was watching interview interrogation videos. I don't know what it is. I think I want to know about the crazies out there so I can be on the lookout. I wonder if I just like watching the crazies, because then maybe I feel a little bit more normal. I feel like I'm a little bit more in control. Like, you know, like I'll see people that they lose their shit when they get pulled over by a cop or whatnot. I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't handle it like that. I'm much better than that. Maybe that's why I like him. I don't know. It's just a really wacky form of entertainment. Concern watches a lot of repair videos. That could be satisfying. Radar says, I would totally run and moderate a Discord server for you. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty awesome. Radar, I'm taking a screenshot of that. And when we get to that point, I'm going to say, okay, Radar, here you go. I don't even think I know your real name. I just clicked on something on here and the chat went away. Please forgive. Oh, there it went. I have no idea what happened there. That was weird. That was strange. I didn't even realize there. Oh, it tells you like how many people have viewed this and how many. Wow, this has gotten 13.8 thousand views. Wow. Okay. That's weird. Is this has gotten it? Oh no, that's how many views I've gotten in the last 24 hours. Okay. The top of this YouTube studio isn't just about this live stream. It's everything. Okay. Sorry. That was a moment. I took a moment. My bad. Hi, Posey. Oh, did you bring in your guy? You got your little toy? That's so nice. See, and if I could use my cool camera, I could just be like, look, there's Posey. See how cute she is? But I can't. So we're moving on. Those crown things are impossible. I am such a flibberty gibberish. I should be the number one crown. I don't see him anymore. I figured out a way to turn him off, so I don't see him anymore. Sim Architect says OBS is free. I actually use OBS. That's what I record my videos on is OBS. And I started looking at this thing for it to do these live streams for it, and it doesn't support something that I have, and I don't remember what it was. But there was a reason that I couldn't use OBS because I have something that it doesn't support, and I don't remember what it is. And that's going to annoy me. But I will figure it out, and I will tell you later at a different time. But that's why I couldn't use it, because I was looking for other things instead of this software. Alicia says, for something live, I would suggest you have a monitor. So if things get wild and woolly, it can be shut down calmly. Let me read that again. For something live, I would suggest you have a monitor. So if things get wild and woolly, it can be shut down calmly. Okay. Yes. Got it. Sim Architect says, I thought you were using OBS. Yes, I am. I said that. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Gotta love it. Walmart has one thing, 1 million cameras because their employees steal them blind. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I scrolled and it jumped again. Damn it. Ray says, I find that same experience with BookTube. I love engaging with people who like the same books I do. That's fun. Let's see. Doug says, I love these live streams. The amazing people and the laughing are like a mini vacation and a breath of fresh air. This is a wonderful place you've all created. Doug, you're such a pumpkin. I love you. He's so funny. I mean, he loves coming to these. He rushes home from work. I told you he rushes home so he can be on for the show. He logs on before he's even home. He's on his phone logging on. I love you, honey. I thought for sure it was a coworker or a manager. Who? Oh, sorry, Todd. King Epic's in the house. Hello, King Epic. King Epic is how many subscribers do I have now? King Epic says that when we get to 100,000 subscribers, we're going to have a party, and we're going to have to get everybody to come out here, and we're all going to party by ourselves in our separate homes because we're all introverts. Hi, King. It's good to see you. Oh, Cheryl, F you. Oh, if you're okay, but not if you're that Cheryl. Okay, you want me to use that name, Radar? I'll use Cheryl sometime. Rakib Jumani, I've been following you for a while. Love your videos. I'm so happy you're doing well. Thank you so much, Rakib. I really appreciate that. I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. That makes me feel good. I love them. Like, you're happy I'm doing well. Thank you. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Skywalker says, never ever call me Chad, please. I will not. Is that your name, though? Is that your name? Or is your name Chad? There is a guy that his name is Chad. His username is Chad. And so whenever I do mention Chad in my videos, he'll put something like, oh God, not again. Or, he always does some kind of comment about the Chad. It's funny. Girls with ghetto names like Charisse. I don't know if it's ghetto. I don't know. Let's see. I have a fee to do a name call out. $50. And I'll mention the name of the person you hate. Oh gosh, Simply, you're so funny. Mr. Funkadelic, somebody has suggested you become a nurse or a bus driver. Do you have your CDL yet? No. Yeah, someone else today. It was funny. She did a whole bunch of like these one-line comments. Instead of like going back and editing her comment, she just kept writing. And so she said, you would make a really good bill collector or a nurse. I was like, well, those are two opposite ends of the spectrum. But yeah, and somebody also told me to get my CDL, and he was really into me getting my CDL and really into it. And I think Mr. Funkadelic had my back there, had my back a little bit. Bonus fiddle, an instructional assistant is a teacher's aide. I work with 5-year-olds. Okay, they gave me pink eye in my first month, and I forgot little kids eat boogers. I can't breathe. Oh, God. I got pink eye my first month, and they eat their boogers. Oh, God. Sim says Sheila's going to hire us to work for her. Someday I will. You are my social media manager. Simply Fundamentals, my ideas person. And then now Radar is going to be my Discord server mod. There we go. Todd says, you're a star and a life changer. Did you hear that, Doug? I'm a star. I'm a prophet. I'm a star. I'm all these things. Love you, Todd. Oh, love you. Love you. Alicia says, this was fun, but I need to sign off. I have to be up early tomorrow. Another day in retail markdowns. Sounds super fun. She's gone. This was a while ago. I'm behind. If you use OBS, you can add the other camera as a source and you can switch the scene. That is why, Sim, I have this guy. Ooh, there we go. Yes, that's why I have this guy. It's because I was practicing doing that. I've got stuff. I've got tech. Give the wrenches. What? The wrenches? I don't know what that means, Double D. Danny says, hello. Hello, Danny. I can see your little puppy. That's a cute little puppy. Karaoke night live. Oh my gosh. That would actually maybe be fun with all of us doing karaoke, but maybe not one by one. Maybe we just all sing together. Maybe that's what we do is we just all like randomly a song is picked and we just all freaking scream in our own homes at the top of our lungs and we just all scream and sing together. That could be fun. Ray says, I wish I had a Doug. Oh, Ray, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Doug is the last one. So you're going to have to find something else. Doug is the last one. Todd says, Chad. Concern says, did you accidentally click on the change timeline button? I don't think so. Why? Did I do something wrong? I hope not. Shoot, I just clicked a button again. Let's see. Danny says, your laugh is so contagious. It always puts a smile on my face. Thank you, Danny. There are really two types of people in this world, those who like my laugh and those who want to commit a felony because of it. And they'll tell me in the comments. I so many people, and you should really stop laughing during your videos. I'm like, yes, internet stranger. I will stop doing that just for you. I will change my entire personality just for you. You go, Chad. Todd says I used to live in Green Valley Ranch. That's here. That's Colorado. So Green Valley Ranch, whenever you go out to DIA, our airport here in Colorado, it is in the middle of nowhere. And the nearest town next to DIA is Green Valley Ranch. So if I ever did, when I was doing Uber, I took it right out to the airport. I would never get a ride back. So I would always end up in Green Valley Ranch. I took so many freaking kids to school. So many. They'd call an Uber to go to school. And now, mind you, when you take kids to school nowadays, you know, they have the drop-offs, right? And a lot of the kids are driving in high school, and there's traffic for like a mile just to get to the drop-off part. I'm like, you know, it would have been faster if you walked. It really would have. But here we are. Here we are. Do you still live in Colorado, Todd? Sim says, I'm not flying to America before it's safe. I don't think it's ever going to be safe. Is it not safe now? I don't follow the news. I don't know. Is something bad going on? No, I don't know. Ray says, my prince turned into a frog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ray. King Epic says 36.7 will be 50 by the end of the month. Wouldn't that be a trip? Wouldn't that be a trip, King? That would be an absolute, I don't want to say it's a blessing. I feel like that word has just been so overused and it just doesn't mean anything anymore, but it would be. It would just be a trip. Sim says, I'm not an American citizen. I heard horror stories where Europeans had a lot of stress and didn't check their veracity, though. Oh, the truth of that. Yeah, I wish people felt safe coming here. I don't feel safe leaving because I might not be able to come back in. 3 Flamingos. We can celebrate 100K subs with a company rewards event and watch a party of some old school corporate training video. Oh my gosh, maybe for 100K, what I'll do is I'll play Office Space. And then we'll pause it at certain times in the video and people can call in and share their horror stories. But it can't just be work related though, right? Because I do other content that's not work related. So it's going to have to be like I don't freaking know what we'll do. We have plenty of time to figure that out. If you look at, gosh, what is the name of it? Social Blade. Somebody on here told me about Social Blade. I believe it's called Social Blade. Yeah. So it says that I won't, according to Social Blade, hit 100K until April 15th of 2026. That's when I should get to 100K, which isn't that far away. But the thing is this thing has always been wrong. This Social Blade has always been wrong. I got to 10K like months faster than it predicted. So who knows what could happen? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Oh, Alicia left. Thank you for saying goodbye, Doug. I can help you with editing video and tech too. Thank you so much, Sim. I appreciate that. Simply Fundamental says, I'll do it for free. Ideas come easy for me. You always give me great ideas. Some of my best videos have been your ideas. Wrench by your name means that person is a chat moderator. They can remove troublesome chatters. I think that we had one. He came in and said something and then he left. I don't think he liked me. We've had one before too that he came in and was trying to like pick up on people, like girls. He was trying to find girls. Doug needs to be awarded those powers then. I don't want to stress him out, Sim. I don't want to stress him out. Let's see. The last Doug. Oh, Posie, time to clean your ears. Sorry. Yes, that is funny. Invincible Summer, The Last Doug. We need that movie. Can't you just see it's just a side thing of Doug. Doug Hammond, The Last Doug. Walk with him as he goes on a journey through sandy beaches and palm trees. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything to say. Sheila loves Green Valley Ranch. Yes, I do. Skywalker 77. Thank you for the good cheer and laughter you share with us around the world. You remain eternal, and we admire you dearly. Thank you so much. Thank you, Skywalker. I hope that you're still here and you heard me say goodbye to you. Good night. I hope you sleep well. Todd says, yes, I worked at DIA. Okay, there you go. Now you've moved to Florida. Why? Florida. It would be nice if you reached 100K around Halloween. That would be cool because around Halloween is also my birthday. I will be 55. That would be a good birthday present. As long as we all submit our TPS reports. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, I need to talk to you. Did you get the memo about the TPS report? Freaking love Office Space. Jan says, Office Space, I'm going to burn this fucking place down. Oh, yeah, that was the stapler guy. This is my stapler. I got my little swing line stapler. Can you give me my stapler? I love it. We watch it once in a while. It's great. It still holds up. It's still like that. Yeah, I don't know. Concerned. I don't know what I clicked on. I think I clicked on something that was in the top bar. It tells me how many views I've gotten this month, I guess. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. And I moused over that. I didn't click on that. Let's see. Jesse says, why am I always late to these? Hi, Jesse. I don't know why you're always late to these. I'm so sorry. We still have a little bit of time left, though. King Epic says, the algorithms are written by people that think they're experts. Don't ever listen to them. Okay, I don't. Let's see. You guys are talking. Ryan says, girl, you've helped me so much understand this dystopian world. Really? Because I don't understand it. I'm so glad if I can help somebody else understand it because I don't get it. Doug's talking about TPS reports. Ryan, you're welcome. You don't have to thank me, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, taking the time. Watch as Doug takes photos of toes. Yes, Radar. Doug, foot photographer extraordinaire. I need to put my radio voice on. Doug. Oh, I got to get this here. Doug, foot photographer extraordinaire. Hot as hell. I don't know what else to say. See, this is why I can't talk. I'm going to have so much trouble doing this thing tomorrow, you guys. Ugh. When I first read, this is Jardley. When I first read Green Valley Ranch, I thought it was the place on ranch dressing. And I was surprised it was a real place until Hidden Valley Ranch popped in my head. You know, I think it's funny, Jardley, because I've done the same thing. I'm like, oh, it's the ranch dressing place. You're awesome. Todd says, I love you, Sheila. Past my bedtime. Love you too, Todd. I guess it's what, like 9:30 there, 10:30 there. Go to bed. So Sim Architect says, Doug, plumbing tutorials. Now we've actually, I've thought about that for him. I actually follow, there's a guy named Roger Wakefield, who's like the internet plumber. But I would love Doug to do videos of basically look at this shit that somebody did, right? And then talk about how he fixed it, why it was bad, why it was dangerous, whatever. I would love that kind of twist to it, to where he fixes crap. So maybe we can get enough money one day to buy him one of these things, and then he can start doing his own YouTube channel. And then we'll have 3 stars in the house, because, you know, Posey. Woody M, I like you. You always make me laugh. Woody, I like you too. I like your name, Woody. Ryan says, your aura is so bright, it almost blinded me. You guys are so complimentary. All these compliments make me embarrassed. Todd says, yeah, it's awful. I miss Colorado. Yeah, I can see why you would. I don't care for Florida. I've been to Florida several times. I used to have to travel for work, and I was there. Florida's different, man. It's a different part of the U.S. for sure. Bonus fiddle, 55 in September, new discounts. I don't even partake in the discounts that I get now. I did sign up for AARP. Doug signed us up for that, but we don't use the discounts. So I need to figure out, oh, that's a lie. So, okay. I've always wanted to get life insurance ever since Doug and I got married. However, because of my mental health issues and because I had gastric bypass 6 years ago, no one would give me health insurance. Not health insurance, life insurance. No one would give it to me. And I went to several different places. So through AARP, I was able to get one of those no medical life insurance things. And it's not like $1 million or anything, but it's still life insurance. It's still something. And it's only just like $200 a month. So I used my AARP it was New York Life, I guess is where I got it through. So that was a big fat lie. I'm a big fat liar. I have used my AARP discount card. You heard it here first. Woody, did you get the memo on those TPS reports? It'll be Christmas. We'll be very close to the viral video, 500,000 views. I can feel it. All right. If you can feel it, I'm going to go with it. You've been right so far, King Epic. Punk Banjo. Dang it. I'm so late. Dang it. I don't know how to get the word out. I made this live stream 2 weeks ago, and I put it out there. I don't know how else to get the word out. I've done posts on it. I don't know what else to do. Maybe we need to start a phone tree. I'll call Sim. Sim will call 10 people. Those 10 people will call 10 people, and we'll just make a phone tree. That actually would be really fun. If there weren't weirdos out there, it'd be fun. Concern says Sim, Architect, and Kelly. Oh, did you guys hear there's some pilot pro? Blah, blah, blah. You guys are talking. Okay, we just scrolled and I missed something. Let's see. Punk says, glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. Jan says, that would be great. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Jan. Sorry. Doug Hammond says, plumbing tutorials would be boring. To you. So everybody that we go and do jobs for, they love our little company because they love Doug and, me. Yeah. But anyway, so they love him because he explains things so well. He's so kind. He's so nice, whatever. He's wonderful. I think that it would be a great idea. I don't know why he doesn't listen to me. He expects me to listen to him, but he doesn't listen to me and my ideas. So I'm not going to listen to him no more either. So Ryan says, I was busy watching your videos. That's why I was late. You're so sweet. Punk Banjo says, you're the best. I love your videos. Thank you. You guys stop. Do you see I'm getting my I forgot to put powder on my forehead and the glare from the light is catching it. Oh. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. You guys are talking. Radar's giggling. Green Valley Ranch sauce. So that's made my stomach turn just a little bit, Sim. Green Valley Ranch sauce. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm not even going to keep going there. It's making me a little sick. Alan says, what is this YouTube channel about? I'm just wondering because it appeared on my YouTube feed. Alan, this is where the cool kids hang out. This YouTube channel is about everything. You can go to the channel and read the about, and you can see stuff that we talk about. We talk about work. We talk about midlife. We talk about menopause. We talk about mental health. We talk about toe rings. We do everything here. Kelpie says, I like your shelves. Thank you. I like my bookshelf too. Ryan says, I want to go to Hidden Valley Ranch. Can you imagine? I love ranch dressing. The Three Flamingos. Love this more now. Thanks for the live. I'm headed to the beach for a walk. Oh, by the way, Wednesday, a beautiful day with love from the future. Oh, thank you, Three Flamingos. I hope you're still here and you hear my goodbye. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, we'll start wrapping it up here soon. Jesse says, ask this old house, but a lot less wholesome. Is that a show, Jesse? This old house that people go in and, yeah, like a fixer-upper show. But yeah, he would curse and be like, this dumbass almost killed these people or whatever. I think it could work. It would be a really good idea. Apostate postbox. Apostate. I think that's right. Apostate postbox. My first live watcher YouTube channel saved me after burnout that almost got me fired 2 weeks ago before I finally took time off. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad that it helped. Woo, how are you feeling now? I hope you're feeling better. Let's see. I have a GoPro somewhere. It's downstairs with the art stuff because I was using your GoPro for the art videos that I made when I was still doing art. So that's where it is. Did you know that already and you were just being facetious, Doug? Let's see. Jan says, that's amazing. I'm glad our channel could reach you so much. Thanks for sharing your story. Jan, you're such a pumpkin. Jesse says, I got an ad in the mail to join AARP and I was deeply offended because I wasn't even 30. They try to get you young. But my husband pointed out I made biscuits at 4 a.m. the day before, so maybe I did qualify. Radar, thank you so much. Tasty treats for you, Doug, and the pets. Radar, thank you. You're just amazing. You always make me laugh. Thank you. I'm never gonna forget that comment. I did forget the comment. I just remember that you made me laugh. Thank you so much for your support. It really does mean the world. Thank you so much. Punk Banjo, you got the word out just fine. My karma dictates that something will go haywire just before something great that I'm interested in happens, and I miss things that way. Well, it's a good thing that these are all recorded, right? Because then you can go back. You can go back and watch the fun. But I do know what you're talking about. I do understand that karmic weirdness, the wildness of it all. I get it. G's concerned. I hadn't heard that. Yikes. What did I miss? Now I'm scrolling up to find concerned. I don't understand what's going on. I'm sorry. I missed it. I'm so sorry. Oh, Kelly Cox. I love power washing videos. That was from Radar. I love power washing videos too. Doug says, maybe we'll do it then. I think that we should, Doug. I think that we should. And bonus, the videos that we make, not only for the YouTube channel, but I can put them on our website. I can put them on Google. I can put them out there. So see, it would just really, really be helpful. We should just do it. Bonus fiddle. Your insights remind me of Irma Bombeck. I've heard that so much. My grandmother had that Irma Bombeck, The Life is a Bowl of Cherries or something like that, that book. I remember reading that when I was younger. Your insights resonate, but I sometimes avoid watching right away because you're telling truths I want to avoid. I'm sorry, but you say it so well. I try to tell the truths, Bonus fiddle, with humor. I try to add a little bit of fun in there because so many of us have felt it and we're going through it, and the truth can really be funny sometimes. So I thank you for that comment. Thank you. YB, is it normal to feel anger and rage at night when you're supposed to be sleeping because it's 2:41 in the morning? Yes, YB, it is normal. And I feel that every night when I can't fall asleep, I'm wide awake. I don't know what to do. And I look over on one side of me and Doug is sleeping just like the perfect little angel he is. And then I look to the other side of me and there's Posie just snoring like the perfect little piggy pug that she is. And I want to poke them both. Get up! What the hell? I'm sorry. I don't think that coming here is going to lull you into sleep though, YB. I don't think that's going to happen. Sim Architect says even on Google Maps. Yes, we can post those videos everywhere. Valley says, got to scoot out of here for now. Sending peace and love. Loves to you, sweetheart. Yes, if life is a bowl of cherries, then why am I in the pits? Yes, Kelly. You always seem to be able to finish my sentences. I love that. Jan says, I'm glad we found each other in this messy ether. That is our very different existence. Yeah, that's what's great about social media, right? There's a lot of things that are really awful about it, but we meet people that we wouldn't ordinarily meet. I would never meet Jan. I would never meet Sim Architect because they live on the other side of the world, right? I would never meet these people. YB says, I always either get anxious racing thoughts or racing ideas or solutions or angry scenarios and outbursts. I understand the racing thoughts. I do that a lot. And I sit there and think about things that I could talk about that people might be interested in. I think about situations and scenarios that will never, ever happen. But what would I do if it did happen? I get that. I get that. Ryan relates to Sim says, give it a year or two and you won't care about clocks anymore. I don't understand. I missed something else. I'm so sorry, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for loving me, even though my brain doesn't work all the time. It's late here. I need dinner. I want Mexican food, but it's probably too late for Mexican food. Sim says, I just sleep whenever I can. That's why I take naps. For some reason, I can sleep in the middle of the day like nobody's business. I can just crash out for an hour and it is glorious. It is blissful. And I have no problem falling asleep. I can just lay down and I'm out. But at night, nope, forget about it. Forget about it. Bonus Fiddle says, my job count to apply to 3 to 5 jobs a day, which I haven't done today because this is more fun. I'll write you a note. I'll pretend that you did. I'll say that this was an interview. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? There, done. It's an interview. Let's see. Jesse says, I will say quality contractors who do great work are hard to come by. So you and Doug will likely make a killing out here in Denver once you get going. Oh, you're on month 7 of a remodel. Ew. Ooh, sorry. It's just so hard because Doug is a master plumber and he's competing with handyman, right? So a handyman price is a lot different than a master plumber price, but so is the quality of work. But people don't necessarily care about the quality of work. They just want it done cheap. So that's what's difficult. That's why we got to get Doug in the door because he's so charming. He sparkles. He's got sparkly eyes. Customers not like it. If you post about them, it might hurt the plumbing business. They might not want to be embarrassed. Well, we won't use their name. And we're not posting about the customers. We're posting about the crappy job that whoever was there before us did. So it's not like we're going to a customer's house and going, whoa, look at this hoarder house, you guys, right? It's not like that. It's like, whoa, the last person that came in here set up the water heater in this way, and carbon monoxide's been leaking into their basement for 6 months, right? Stuff like that. It's not the fault of the homeowner. It would be the stupid head that was before my brilliant husband, Doug. YB says, I'd rather be here than in my head. Yes, I agree with you. Maybe that's why I don't sleep at night. Maybe because I get so much in my head at night. I don't know why. Let's see. Serena says, I'm listening at my stupid my stupid night shift job. This stupid job. Stupid. YAB says, Ryan Perez, please tell me more. I don't know what Ryan said. I missed it. My bad. You guys go ahead and keep chatting. Chat amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm giving you your 15-minute warning. 15-minute warning, you guys. Ryan says, oh, I meant I relate to the early morning feelings. Concern says another thing that is rather likely to be related to some corporate culture thing that we've absorbed. People don't remember what you said to them. They remember how you made them feel. That is why relationships work, right? That is at least what I've read on other places other than the internet. Friendships, romantic relationships. It's not because of something that you've said. It's because of how you make them feel. So I make Doug feel smart. I make him feel attractive because he's with me and I'm not smart or attractive. I'm trying to make jokes, but it's getting late. These are the jokes, people. These are the jokes. Let's see. You guys are talking amongst yourselves, I think. Doug says a lot of times the crappy job was done by the homeowner. Yes. You got to tell me about the one that you had tonight. I'm interested in that. But we won't make fun of the homeowner. If it's a homeowner job, then we won't make a video on that. Maybe you delay a lot of these thoughts and feelings during the day. That's what YB says. I can see that because during the day we're busy, right? Or at least I am. I'm so busy during the day. I really love work. I love making the videos. I love the new direction that I'm going. I'm still going to make the scripted videos every week, but then, the fun off the cuff videos too. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the plumbing company. Tomorrow is a plumbing day because I did the video today. So tomorrow I'll get up and I've got to do the books and all of that kind of stuff. I'm excited about that. I love it. But I keep myself busy during the day, and at night I just lay there and think about all the things that I need to do or things that aren't going to ever happen. Yeah, I get that, YB. Let's see. Oh, Lulu. Hi, Sheila. I recently got fired from my job of 6 years after struggling with burnout and mental health. Your channel has been helping me feel so much less hopeless and alone. Much love. Lulu, thank you so much for coming in here and sharing that with me. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm concerned that they fired you and you're having mental health issues. I'm wondering if you can sue the fucking hell out of them. Sorry. I don't know where that bitterness just came from. But I do hope that you're getting some help outside of me. I'm glad I can be here to help you. But burnout is nasty. And mental health issues are nasty too. A lot of us here have lived with both, myself included. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you found me. Sheila, I think that the plumbing business and raising awareness about what terrible plumbers have done before is so good. Thank you, YB. I appreciate that. I think it is too. Now I just got to get the other one to buy into it. Let's see. So now, Simply Fundamental understands what we were talking about more. Oh, you can even sell plumbing supplies. That'd be funny. Let's see. Invincible Summer. My hubs is a carpenter. He is forever going into new builds to fix stuff and things. He was not the original builder, right? Doug does the same thing all the time. Posey's growling at me. She's got food. I gave her dinner. Never mind. I was just thinking to myself, maybe she needs to eat. No, I gave her food. Let's see. Bonus Fiddle. Good night. That maniacal laugh. That one. I don't even know which one's maniacal. Sorry. Very random question from Radar to wrap up the night. What is your favorite treat? You mean besides Doug? Honestly, right now it's grapes. So I think I've said this probably a million times, but I've had weight loss surgery, so I can't really eat sugar. I haven't had sugar in 7 years. So, except natural sugar. And I do have these sugar-free chocolate chip cookies that I just bought the last grocery trip I indulged on. I haven't opened them yet. But I would say at night, I love to eat. This is kind of sounds so fucking weird, but I love oyster crackers, right? The little oyster crackers, grapes, and string cheese. Those 3 things all together. That's my snack at night. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love it. And then we also sometimes have ice cream, and I get these keto bars, and it is salted caramel, sugar-free keto, and Doug eats drumsticks, but not the ones dipped in peanuts, the ones that are dipped in cookie crumbles. Very specific. Hope that answers your question, Radar. Jesse's kind of talking to Doug. You guys are talking to each other. Concern says, I knew that lying awake at night was a huge problem when I would go over every single case that I had at work and calculated that there's no human way that I could get that work done. I understand. That's an awful feeling. Awful feeling. Cordial cherries are a close second. Cherries. The only reason why I love cherries, but I get very annoyed at the pits. I get very annoyed that I have to eat around them. That's why too, like with sunflower seeds, I just buy the shucked ones. I just buy the ones that have been de-seeded. I want to eat it. I don't want to work for my food, please. That's why Doug does not like artichokes, because he has to work for it. And there's something else that he doesn't like because he has to work for it. It's very funny. YB says, I only recently learned that the sudden fatigue and extreme sleepiness I felt as soon as I stepped into the office is a sign of burnout. Oh, that might make sense in my world too. I get that. Jesse says spicy. Yeah, I am spicy, Jesse. I'm a spicy girl. So you've had the switch, Sim. So you still have your stomach. I've had gastric bypass. I do not have a stomach. So I cannot digest sugar. I can't. It goes straight into my intestines and it causes something called dumping syndrome, which is awful. I think the switch, you still have your stomach. I can't remember. Do they still even do the switch? Anyway, Serena says, years ago, we called a plumber, and when he showed up in his van, it had a sticker that said stool bus. Oh, do you see that, Doug? Can we do that? Can we turn the truck into a stool truck? That doesn't make as much sense. We'll paint it yellow and just call it the stool bus. I love that. That is so fun. Lost but found says, sounds good to me. I'm so sorry. I don't know what sounds good to you, Pumpkin. I'm a little behind on my comments. This happens sometime. But good to see you. I don't recognize your name. So good to see you. Glad that you're here. Ninja Creamy. Yeah, make the sugar-free ice cream at home. I have seen that and I have thought about it. But then I've also said that's another appliance that I will probably use twice. And then it will be gone. But it's fast, right, Sim? It's fast. It does it fast. Radar says, oyster crackers and string cheese are hella good. Thank you. Yes, I love that combination. I love it. Ray says, did you mention how you and Doug met? Yeah, I've told that story like a bajillion times. We met on Tinder. Back when Tinder was a hookup app, right? That's all it was. We were just going to hook up. But when we left that day, we met at a coffee shop. And when we left, Doug kissed me on the forehead and I almost fell down. And it was love. That was like 10 years ago, I think. He sent me a picture a couple months ago of the coffee shop. He was doing a job out there. He sent me a picture of or he said he was by the coffee shop that he was at when we met. So sweet. Stool bus is funny. Yeah, it is. It's a good one, huh, Doug? Oh, you guys are laughing at stool bus. I love it. Oh, so you do have to keep a bunch of containers in the freezer. And when you want ice cream, you just process in the machine. Okay, 5 minutes and it's ready. Okay. All right. The last Doug. I think that's a really good way to end Invincible Summer. I made it through the last comment. I'm so sorry if I missed any of your comments. I try to read them all, but sometimes I feel like I'm just like a freaking squirrel on energy drinks or something. Let's see here. I just clicked on a button again and it went away. So I need to go back. There we go. Live chat. Okay, got it. I bet we could get an old bus cheap. You know, if we got I would love that. I would love that. But then we wouldn't be able to park it in the garage, which is kind of the goal, right? We'll talk about it later, honey. We'll talk about it later. But we probably could. Sorry, my voice is starting to go. Oh, thank you, Invincible Summer. Much love to you too. I am so glad that you guys all made it tonight. I love doing these live streams. I tell you, As soon as we're done, though, I might sleep tonight because you just expend so much energy on here, just all of the laughing, and my cheeks start to hurt and my face gets all sweaty. But I just love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for all of your super thanks, for watching the videos. Thank you for coming to these. They are a lot of fun. And I can't believe that we're actually going to end it before 2 hours tonight. You guys are slacking. You guys are slacking. Okay. Good night, everybody. Yes, I'm getting sleepy too. Go to bed, Sim. Nice to see you, Jan. Take care. I don't know what that says. It looks like French. I don't speak French. But yes, Radar. Good night, Ryan, Serena. Love you all. Thank you so much.